You got on it before the game. Just talk about seeing all your, the former players that came back and what that means.
That means a tremendous amount, Mark. Words probably can't describe what that means. That kids are willing to, to come back and give up their own free time to come back and spend a moment with us. But I also hope that, on the other hand, that they have enjoyed this, just as much as I have, because it has a tremendous meaning to a lot of kids, including myself. So I was humbled, honored. I guess those are the two words that come to mind first.
Obviously you've had many great memories here, and you're hoping for many more. But kind of what kind of sticks out in your mind, being the coach, for this many years here, and maybe one or two of your best memories.
Well, I kind of go back to we seem to have had 5 or 6 really good groups of kids over my time here that really cared about each other. They were more about winning than they were themselves, and I think that has to be something that you're really proud of as a coach, that those kids were willing. The most important thing that they wanted to do was win. It wasn't scoring points. It wasn't doing any of that stuff. And then I'd also be remiss if I didn't mention coaching my daughter. I just get a little whatever you want to call it. That was just such a great experience for all of us. I get a little choked up when I go back and think about that, how much fun that was, and how much basketball really meant to her and our entire family. And so I think not to single anybody out, but that certainly was a very meaningful time for all of our family, not just myself and Peyton, but all of the grandparents and aunts and uncles, and that was a really, really special time too.
Yeah, and I'm definitely sure it was for her. And it's just all these players over the years, and you've had definitely a great career, and 301 career wins now. Just touch on this game briefly. Obviously, the first half was a struggle. What adjustments did you make at halftime?
Well, not necessarily a ton of adjustments. We just we've struggled to shoot the ball a little bit in certain games, and so then you try to speed the other team up a little bit, turn a little bit of defense into offense. But I think we only made 5 or 6 field goals in the first half, and so with a lot of really good possessions, I think we only had 5 turnovers. So we got good shots. We just didn't knock a lot of them down. And then, as time went on, I just felt comfortable that some of our kids would get going, try to get a few more post touches. But if we could hit a few perimeter shots, and that softens up the defense down low to be able to get the ball inside to Hannah and Maisie. And so I just think we played ourselves through a little bit of a tough stretch in the first half.
Yeah, and Hannah didn't get the points, but I think this was one of her better games. She was all over the place, played good defense, got some steals, got some assists, and she played well overall, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. She was very active. Defensively too, that's a tough matchup for her to play all the way from the basket. So we're asking her to do something that she's got to be able to work really hard all the way from the rim and guard a guard that's got that can dribble and put the ball on the floor and shoot it a little bit. But we're going to need her to do that. We're not always going to play against teams that have got 2 legitimate back to the basket post players, and so they're going to have to to continue to develop defensively out away from the rim. And so I was pleased. She also went to the offensive glass a few times. She was active, trying to draw some attention to try to get Maisie a little bit more open space when we could get her some.
Lastly, you got Orono and Foxcroft. What are you going to kind of work on going forward heading into the tournament?
The same thing we do every day. We're just trying to work on getting better. We'll take a look at this game and find some things that went well and some areas of improvement, and back to practice. Unfortunately, we don't get a chance to practice before the next game we have to play on Monday. But then, as we come down the final stretch, just maximizing our practice time, trying to get as much out of that, and continuing to learn the game, grow as individuals, and just keep getting better as a group.
Excellent. Well, thanks for joining me, Jody. I know you want to just always focus on players, but I wanted to touch base with you after this one because it was a special pregame.
Well, I appreciate that, Mark. Thank you very much for all of your coverage that you give to our kids.